Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day to this point. It's a beautiful day. It is a what, Joe?
It's a Chamber of Commerce kind of day today around Middle Tennessee.
Here in America's Music City. 12:01 is the time. Anyway, could you imagine if we did the whole show just like that?
It's June. Why not, right?
Yeah,
There's nothing going on.
It's actually not true. There's you got the World Cup going on, which
again, there's nothing going on.
Hey, yesterday was a fun day for some of us, so it was we were watching, we were paying attention.
All right.
But anyway, Tim Hasselbeck going to join us today at 1:00. Look forward to that as always. And this is my last day this week. So
it is working hard, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
I do stuff.
Yeah, well, good for you.
As Jim Rome once said, I take a lot of vacation because I get a lot of vacation.
That's right. Yeah. But nobody wants to hear that, though, you know?
No, they don't.
You know what else I don't like, too, is like my job's cooler than your job. Nobody, no, it's not.
Here's the thing.
I hear that.
I have always been a believer of I don't have to explain why I take time off.
Exactly.
And I don't care why you take time off.
Yeah, right.
Like it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like whatever.
So I've always said like my aunt's cooler than your aunt because she's got a pool. I don't care. I mean, I really do not care. I'm glad your aunt's got a pool. That way you stay over there and away from me. I like all that stuff. So yeah. Again, you know, you keep it private or keep it private till it's public or whatever those words are. Like nobody just be happy. Just go be happy. Whatever makes you happy, go be happy.
NBA draft begins tonight. I know there have been a lot of trades. Giannis Antetokounmpo going to Miami.
No way.
How about that? You called that.
I called it like 3 weeks ago.
You did.
Yeah.
Now what's going to happen to Thanos? That's his brother.
Oh, that's in the next Avenger movie.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what happens then. I think Thor comes back, right?
One of my favorite like things that people post on Twitter is remember from Hard Knocks the Jets player walking up to the facility and his key card didn't work?
All right.
Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams.
Oh, is that Jamal Adams?
So somebody posted Thanos walking up to Heat practice tomorrow and
oh
like
my
key card
gosh.
didn't work.
But look, for all you who are from Wisconsin, God bless you, but give me Miami every day of the year. Give me warm weather and palm trees and a beach that's close. All right, man, good for him.
Yep. And then what was the other one? There was another big trade yesterday with the Timberwolves.
Julius Randle.
Yeah. Julius Randle got traded. So
to where?
Nets. Brooklyn.
To the Nets. And then didn't the Falcons, the Hawks lose Trae Young
to
the Wizards?
Well, they had traded him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they had already traded him, and he's now staying with the Wizards.
I'm stuck in 1998 on NBA. I need to get out of that.
It's all good.
Jordan's last
So
year.
you're in 1993 in baseball.
94.
98 in basketball.
Correct. Well, the Spurs won in 99, but that was a lockout year.
You're in like 2017 with hockey.
I am. No, I care about only one team in hockey. I care about the Nashville Predators. I will watch them anytime, any place, anywhere.
So I have to tell a funny story. Maybe it's only funny to me, but you'll determine.
Okay.
So there's all these trades going on in the NHL. And yesterday I'm putting stuff together for our draft coverage, which is going to be Friday. Willie and Max are going to host the draft show.
Oh, you're not asking me?
From Bridgestone Arena. I figured you were busy.
Damn it.
I know you've been busy lately, so I didn't want to cramp your style.
Come on, man. Okay.
So anyway, no glitter today. Interesting.
All right. Yeah. That's a good reason for that.
So
oh, the inside jokes are fantastic.
Anyway, you're all invited. So anyway, I'm sitting in my office working on stuff, and Ryan Porth calls me from Chicago.
Explain who Ryan Porth is.
Ryan used to be the program director here. We worked together a long time. Still very good friends. I'm gone this weekend because we're going on a baseball trip.
Here we go.
Robbie's going and everything. So anyway, he calls me. He goes, "Hey, did you just see Elliot's tweet?" And I'm like, "Elliot Friedman?" He goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Yeah, the Preds are trading the 10th overall pick for Jason Robertson." And I literally like jumped over my desk to run in here to make sure we were talking. Like I totally believed him. And he's just laughing, and I'm like, "You son of a gun!"
Oh man,
Yeah,
let's
so-
get him back.
Yeah, we will. We'll come up with something.
Okay.
We'll say the Bulls are.
Yeah, no, just call him and tell him baseball sucks, and then he'll be like, "Whoa,
But-
what?"
But he knows that I love baseball.
Okay, all right,
So-
we'll figure out. We'll get him back. Now you don't play a prank on us without getting something back in return. We'll figure it out. Well, you know what? We'll send Clay bring donuts to his house, not
In
to work
in Chicago.
Yeah, to his house at like 9:00 at night.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yep.
That would be perfect. So,
By the way, if he's listening today, the JoJo is extremely hungry.
well, I have some chips and queso for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
From Chipotle?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my office.
Love it.
I'll get it to you in the first break.
Try the jams, Joe.
A lot of sugar in those jams in here, right? Where'd you
No.
get those things?
Got them at Target.
You brought them?
Did.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll eat them. If you brought them, I'll do. By the way, I see Thursday you're busy.
I am?
Thursday afternoon?
Yes, I am busy. Yep.
Mm.
I'll be at my farmer's market. So, yeah.
What is it? Nick's Farmers Market?
No, it's the Creevall Farmers Market from 4 to 7. You can find it at 451 Hogan Road. I'll be there serving up pizzas, muffaletta sandwiches, meatball subs, and
So
sausage
you got to
sandwiches.
jet out of the Omni.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a very quick
You
day.
got this. Don't worry
Done it
about it.
before.
Is Nani helping you serve pizzas?
She is not, but she'll be there as like the honorary mascot. So-
Okay. All
So,
right. Then.
She'll be greeting people.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
Nice. I like that. What is our question of the day, Joseph?
So yesterday, with Pekka Rinne getting nominated to the Hockey Hall of Fame, not the NHL Hall of Fame. Thank you, Chase McCabe. All the TV stations last night said NHL Hockey Hall of Fame, and I'm like, Chase McCabe says Hockey Hall of Fame. So I sent them all a very stern email and said, you guys need to listen to the show more and pay attention. So there's a lot of response on our text line today about Pekka Rinne being their favorite athlete. Like, I grew up with Pekka. I'm young. I watched the Predators. He's my favorite athlete. And I started going back, when I was young, who was your first favorite athlete? Not now, not Tom Brady, but your first favorite athlete growing up. And mine was absolutely, I loved Jack Lambert from the Steelers.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Number 50. I loved Jack Lambert. Now, Howie Long became my guy because that's how I wanted to be. I wanted to be Howie Long. But who was your first favorite athlete growing up? Your first one. So for me, it was Jack Lambert.
I'm trying to think timelines here because there's two really close together.
I can guess one for you.
What?
Chipper?
Chipper. Yeah, Chipper is like the close second.
Okay. Ooh.
The first, let's see if you can guess it. The first is a cowboy.
Troy Emmett?
Emmett.
Emmett, yeah.
Yep. Emmett was that's the first jersey I ever got.
Because this is like 93, 94.
Yep.
When you're
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So Emmett was before Chipper because Chipper really came on the scene in 95.
That's right. Okay.
So
So we'll go with Emmett Smith.
yeah. So and I still have it somewhere. Doesn't fit me, but it's the blue number 22.
Yeah.
Emmett Smith.
Nice.
Had
Right.
E. Smith on it, because he did that.
That's
But
right.
from the University of Florida, the
Uh-huh.
only Florida player I've ever really liked.
Really?
Well, I like Tebow, but
What about Mike Mularkey?
I like Mike. Yeah, okay, maybe there's more than
There's
one.
a couple of
But
them.
yeah, definitely Emmett.
Dr. Crane, your first favorite athlete that you fell in love with?
It's Albert Pujols, but the reason how I got to that was watching on VHS the 1985 Cardinals documentaries. It was titled "Heck of a Year."
Yep.
And so I fell in love with Ozzie Smith. I fell in love with Willie McGee, Terry Pendleton, Tommy Herr.
But
And-
that's on tape.
I know, but then that's what kindled my love for
Okay.
a guy like Albert Pujols. He had the little bit of like a waddle, had that strong batting stance. I always wanted to finish that big stride swing, extending the arms. He just still goes down as one of the best players in Cardinal history for sure.
All right.
Let's test your knowledge. Ozzie Smith played for what team first?
Pittsburgh Pirates, I
No,
believe.
nope.
No.
You
the
know,
Mets?
Nope.
I don't know.
Padres.
Padres. It was a P.
That's
Sorry.
right.
I have
think
the rookie card. Yeah.
That's right. I had no idea.
And then it's so funny the crossover with like the Cardinals and the Braves because Terry Pendleton obviously
Played,
was
yeah.
with the Braves. Joe Torre played for both. Did he manage the Cardinals? Or
Joe
just-
Torre.
or just played?
I
for
don't
them?
remember.
Just played, I believe.
I just think it's you talk about Willie McGee in 81. Mattingly McGee both played for the Sounds.
Yep.
And I don't know why the Yankees let him go. There's probably a reason why, and then he goes to the Cardinals in 82 and they go to the World Series. and win the World Series in 82. And they should have won in 85.
Ozzy's an ambassador now for the team, and you have Willie that's still part of the team in some form or
Bad
fashion.
dude, man, in a good way.
I love
Quality
these.
dude.
There are so many different answers that are going all over the place on our text line.
But they should.
Which is great.
But it's your first, not the one now, because our boy Beasley is like, I love Tom Brady. Well, you love him because he wins, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Your
Right.
first favorite athlete.
615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line. Driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Get your questions in. Also, we're going to be giving away Nashville Cats tickets today, family 4-pack, as they are taking on playing this weekend at F&M Bank Arena. So looking forward to that. I don't think this is right, so that's why I didn't say it. So we will go through some of your answers of this coming up next. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Hey guys, Big Joe here. Listen, June is Mental Health Month for men, but on the Chase and Big Joe show, that is every single time we get behind this microphone, because we want to get the guys out there to go to therapy and let you know how better our world is because you are here. That's why we're so honored to be partnering with UnityCares.com. UnityCares.com is a place to go if you're suffering from anxiety, depression, or anything along those lines to get you back living the life you absolutely deserve. And listen, going to therapy changed my life. To let all that go, get it all off my chest, and talk to a caring professional like UnityCares.com can change your life in so many great ways. They offer telehealth. It's private, it's secure, it's safe, and it's effective. If you're looking for a place to go and you need to talk, this is your place. UnityCares.com. And their whole goal is to get you back living the life you absolutely deserve. And listen to this, you don't have to go through it all alone. You don't have to go through this alone, and one call can change everything for you. So it's UnityCares.com. If you are struggling and just want to get out from underneath that dark cloud that seems like it's following you everywhere you go, here you do. Just go to UnityCares.com, go to the website, check everything in that's there. Every question you need about therapy is answered for you right there on the page, and then you begin, and then you get your life back. It is a wonderful thing to get your life back, and that's why we care about you guys so much to do this. Again, the website is UnityCares.com. It's UnityCares.com.
Our buddy Vince Gill bringing us back. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday. 615-737-1025 is the phone number for our question of the day, which is your first favorite athlete. First one. You never forget your first.
No, you sure don't, Chase.
That's what we're going for.
Oh, my gosh.
I realized as soon as I said it what I just said. 3079 says Jeff Gordon. Actually, Dale Earnhardt's probably my first favorite.
Yeah, we're talking athletes, though.
I will come across that. If Dale was here right now, he'd beat your ass, and you know he would.
Oh, man.
0625 Terry Pendleton from the Braves. Chris and Dixon. Mine was a toss-up between Randy Johnson and Greg Maddux.
It's a pretty good one.
Jackson says Ken Griffey Jr. named my dog Griffey after him. Also Thurman Thomas.
I would think Griffey Jr. is going to get a lot of your generation's vote.
3337 The Ultimate Warrior. That's a good one.
Was that Connor Newt? And was that him on the text
I think
line?
Warriors before his time. 5338 Lou Brock from the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
Dave and Big Rock. Penny Hardaway from Memphis when he got to the NBA with Shaq.
Oh, that's a good one.
Orlando Magic. Kenny and Spring Hill, Willie Horton, then Kurt Gibson. Both wore 23.
Gibson was what he did for the Tigers and what he did with the Dodgers in 88. Man, oh, man.
Mitch in Bellevue, Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Said I'm from Indy originally.
Reggie Miller is the Dan Marino of the NBA.
Yeah. I bet a lot of my generation is going to say Jordan, too.
Sure.
I
think that's easy. That's the easy way. There's got to be somebody. I mean, we're talking your first athlete that you fell in love with.
Here's one Jeff Kolb from our staff says Bullet Bob Hayes.
Pretty good.
It's a good one.
Yeah, for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Clinton Clarksville, Montana and Rice. Josh from Lebanon, Herschel Walker, big Cowboys fan, and he was the first one I remember watching play in the late 80s. Also Georgia. 8586 Brett Favre.
You remember who chose Brett Favre when we talked about quarterbacks a long time ago? Tim Hasselbeck.
Tim Hasselbeck, yeah. Drafted by the Atlanta Falcons.
That's
also
right.
Boxer Prince Nassim Hamad.
No idea.
I don't know who that is either. Let's see. Mike in Lebanon. At my school in the 70s, all the kids were either for the Cowboys or the Steelers. I was a Cowboys fan and loved Roger Staubach. Plus, he was in the Navy like my dad and grandfather.
Oh, good.
Sure was. 4312, Ozzie Smith with the Cardinals. The 1985 World Series is why I love replay challenges in sports. Skeeter from Spring Hill said I had two. Skeeter Barnes, who played for the Sounds, was my grandmom's friend and where I got my nickname from. Randy Moss, he made me the Vikings fan I am today.
Randy Moss?
Could have been.
Don't do it.
Could have been a lot of teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they all passed on it.
They all did.
Mailman West says baseball was my first love and the first game that I played as a kid. So Sammy Sosa was my favorite first athlete. He and Mark McGwire. Watching the home run race was truly incredible. I remember going to Wrigley Field to watch Sammy play as a kid. My first baseball team was the Cubs, but I love my Cardinals, though. Ooh, that's loving the Cubs and the Cardinals. That's
well, remember Harry Carey called baseball for the Cardinals and then went to the Cubs, and that caused a lot of consternation back in the day for Cardinals fans.
You know what? My favorite, when I got to go up to the press box at Wrigley Field, I was like, so is this where Harry Carey did the games? And they told me, no, this booth is where he took his naps. He did the games over there.
Because Harry Carey would leave the fourth, fifth, and sixth inning. You're like, where does he go? He went and did radio, they would never tell you where he went. And so we were like, he's somewhere passed out, drunk somewhere.
Yep, he would take naps. I heard some great Harry Carey stories. 3431 as a teenager in the 70s, it was Dr. J.
Oh,
Julius Erving. Dustin in Hopkinsville, Michael Jordan. I was born in 88. Mark McGwire in baseball. So they're
Mike McGuire was one again, there's a lot of like, well, he did the steroid. Who cares?
Sosa, McGuire, and Griffey too, the home run race. I mean, that saved baseball.
98,
baseball was in a bad way after the strike in 94. And, it turns out they were on steroids, but the home run chase saved baseball.
Yep.
I mean, I will never forget sitting with my dad watching him break the record. 4221, Johnny Unitas.
Yeah. Cut by the Steelers.
1024, Gary Carter and Darryl Strawberry.
Love Gary Carter. He passed away like 13, 14 years ago.
I know. Man. 3028, Nomar Garciaparra. As a 10-year-old kid, he took the time to talk with all the kids he signed autographs for, wouldn't sign any autographs for grown men.
I love it. Love Didn't he marry Mia Hamm, the soccer player?
I think so.
Nomar spelled backwards is
Ramon, which I think was his father's name.
Look at you, buddy. Like a young Pat McAfee over there.
Alden in Nashville, Michael Vick.
That's another one.
I think there would have been a lot more people saying Michael Vick had all that not happened.
Exactly right. That's a 50-50.
All right.
But you cannot take away that he was a hell of a quarterback.
Let's go to the phones. We got a lot of people on the phone. CJ will lead us off. CJ, who is your favorite athlete?
How you all doing today?
Good, man.
Hey, right quick, it's something funny. But anyway, I've been driving big rig a long time. So, it's like when you drive your car, you spin your head and you like look over and everything like that. I seen a guy so ugly today, man. You know when Bart Simpson scream, his face like gets real, real big, like ah! But anyway,
what the
okay.
Daryl Dawkins, Dr. Dunkerstein.
Yeah, that's right. From Orlando, didn't go to college.
Yeah, and he was with Philadelphia 76ers, I think, around the same time Dr. J was there because he was the first one to shatter a backboard, and that's when they came up with the collapsible rim. And yeah, he was something, man. I was just a strong dude before Shaq, man. He was the guy.
Yeah, and that's that kind of guy today, as big as he wasn't very muscular. He was just a big bad dude. Yeah. Would be a cult hero today if he was still around playing.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see very many guys like built like that back in the day.
Right.
Man. I mean, he was a cyborg, man. I mean, he was just something different. Well, hey, you fellas be good, stay cool. Thanks.
All right, CJ.
Thank you, CJ, for that call. Our buddy Blair Durham has called in. What's up, Blair?
Hey, what's up, guys? First of all, my son and I are trying to hit every baseball park in the next 2 years, and we did the Cubs game Saturday, and the 7th inning stretch was led by a giant image of Harry Carey, which was
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, but mine was Earl Campbell. I was born in 70, played fullback in youth football, and Earl Campbell was just such a beast and would drag people around the field. It was hard not to fall in love with him.
Well, it's because, also back then, all we had was, if you didn't catch a game, all you had was highlights, and every highlight was him just annihilating a linebacker. So I'm with you on that one, man. Yeah. That's a great one.
All right. You guys be good.
How many baseball parks have you gotten to so far?
9. We're at 9. We had tickets for the Cubbies Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was a rain out. And then we went to the White Sox game yesterday, which was a really great game. And shockingly, the White Sox are good.
Yeah,
all right.
They've actually been good.
Hey,
okay.
Thanks, Blair. Also, I'd like to be your son one summer, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Thanks, Blair. Appreciate it. I'm getting a new one this weekend, going to Cleveland for the first time. No, the new baseball.
Nice. Lucky.
You spoke him up. Hello, Clay.
Oh, yeah.
Boys, how we doing today?
We are doing fantastic.
Off the top, Dr. Crane said off air, yesterday's call's got to be in my top 3.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
Just be sure, by the way, Joe, if Chase is going to tape me so that I can, if y'all want me to stand on my head for like 5 minutes and take me to the wall, just be sure and use duct tape.
Yeah, we will.
We got that. Don't worry about that, man. And listen, when you do that, when you stand on your head like that, Chase has hired a person from a nail salon to come in and cut your toenails. So it's a banner day for you, man.
This is an easy one, boys. Chase, you and I love the Dallas Cowboys.
That is correct.
Roger Staubach.
Yep, that's a good one.
Roger the Dodger.
Can't go wrong with
So
that.
that was your
I-
first favorite athlete.
Yeah, I mean, when I was probably 9, 8, 9,
Love it. That's good.
late 60s, you know. Yeah, Roger the Dodger was the man.
Did you have a number 12 jersey that you ran around the front yard with?
I have a Danny White jersey.
Nice.
So let me get
So-
this. You don't like Tennessee, yet you have a jersey from the Tennessee athletic director.
You had to think about that.
He
for a
did,
second.
right?
That's all right. Clay, appreciate it.
See you, boys.
Donuts.
See ya. We'll have more Buffalo hang tight. We'll get your calls, more texts on this. Your first favorite athlete, Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday. Hanging out with our question of the day, which is,
what was your first favorite athlete? Your first. Now, you could, as you got older, those are people like, oh, I love this guy and that guy. But we know who your first favorite athlete was.
mine was Emmitt Smith. Yours was
Jack Lambert.
And Dr. Crane's was
Albert Pujols.
There you go. Buffalo wants to weigh in. Buffalo, what you got?
Well, having grown up in a little town called Baraboo, Wisconsin, we had a Slinger Motor Speedway racetrack, and we had a local named Alan Kowicki.
Yeah.
I mean, he shot the moon in '92. He won the championship. He was the only championship race car driver to have graduated college. He went to the University of Wisconsin.
Wow.
He was a hell of a good guy. AK Alan Kowicki. That's my vote.
And famous for the Polish victory lap as well, where he could wave to the fans.
He liked to be on the side of the fan so he could wave. That was original for sure.
Very cool. Thanks for the call. Good stuff.
(1993)
Or 93.
Blunteville, Tennessee, and then 3 months later, Davey Allison dies.
Yep.
What a crushing summer for NASCAR.
He was flying into Bristol for the spring run there, and
remember where he was flying in from?
I don't.
He was doing an autograph signing at Hooters in Knoxville.
Oh, in Knoxville, yeah.
Yep.
I was flying back. The defending champion of the sport. I do remember as a kid when I was really getting into NASCAR, end of the 93 season, Dale Earnhardt wins his 6th championship, which I don't think he would have won that year if Davey had, or Allen, but Davey especially. But Rusty Wallace won the race at Atlanta. Dale wins the championship, and both of them, one had a 7 flag, one had a 28 flag, and they did the Polish victory lap together.
Oh, that's cool.
In honor of both those guys. So that was pretty cool. Let's go to Craig. Craig wants to weigh in. Who was your first favorite athlete, Craig?
Growing up in New Orleans is Archie Manning. I saw Archie play at Old Tulane Stadium, and then I got to see Archie play in the Superdome.
What was, let me ask you, what was that like? Because the Saints were terrible then, and Archie got the hell beat out of him. What was it like watching him every Sunday, giving everything he had because the team around him was so bad?
Well, being young, I wasn't paying that much attention, being 11. But the first time I was in Old Sugar Bowl Stadium, first time I went, I got locked in the Porta-John under the old stadium. Security guard had to let me out. First time I'd been in the Porta-John.
And last.
and then they moved it to the Superdome, and they had the big carpeted ramp.
The porta potty?
Me and my buddy.
Or the game?
We were rolling down the ramps, and security had to bring us back to our seats then too. But listen, I lived out of Darlington, South Carolina for 11 years, and I camped at Darlington. And Alan Kowicki died that Sunday. I was at Alan's last race. But Alan's first win was at Darlington, and he went to win a few weeks before, but some other guy named Lake Speed got his first win, and then Alan got his a few weeks later.
Yep.
Good memory on that one.
Thank you for the call, Craig.
Yeah, I was there following. I'm going to Tight End University tonight.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Well,
it's open
yeah.
to the public now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Craig, who's your favorite tight end?
Our favorite tight end has to be that's just a hard. But there's been so many.
Right.
There's been so many over the year. I think there was a guy named I'm not sure. Dwight Clark, maybe.
Yeah, it was a good one. My favorite one was Britney Spears when she was 24.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, she lives not far from us, right down in Louisiana too.
I love that. It's always a connection.
Awesome.
With Louisiana.
Thank you, Craig. We got to run on that.
Mississippi line. That's where Leonard Skinner graduated.
All right, Craig.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate the call. We have some breaking news out of the National Football League. The NFL has informed its teams that it will not hold a supplemental draft meaning Brendan Sorsby will not be eligible to enter the National Football League in 2026. The CBA allows the league to decide whether to hold a supplemental draft or not.
That's just weird.
Yeah. So they sent a letter to him and basically saying, yeah, it's not happening. In short, based on the timing, inability to investigate the gambling issues in time, and the hope is to avoid a distraction for teams prior to the season, there will be no draft. There is no other avenue for Sorsby to enter the NFL.
That tells me that there's more to the story than we know.
I kind of feel like that too.
Yes.
I mean, that's huge. That because you're basically saying, so what? He'd have to sit. He's going to have to sit out completely and then enter the draft next year.
Yeah, that's it. At least that's what I'm figuring that out. That's the way it's going to be. We didn't have time to investigate.
Can he go play? I wonder if he could go to like Canada.
Damn right
or
he can.
UFL or
I think UFL's over, but you can go to Canada. They're just now starting it up.
Would you do that if you're him?
Absolutely. You're not getting paid now.
But don't you have in there a draft? Like, don't you have to enter a CFL draft?
They used to have, it might have been sectional rights. Like one team would have this part of the country. That I think that was a long time ago. I don't know if it's still the same or not, but who knows, man. Well, but if I'm Canada, I'm not touching them either.
I think there is more to this, like you said, and that everybody's just like, we're not touching you right now.
Why?
You need to go sit and just.
Why add the headache?
Right. So the NFL has informed Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby there will be no supplemental draft this year, rendering him eligible to play in the league this season. The league told Sorsby it's at the NFL's sole discretion whether to hold a draft. There will not be one in 2026.
There we go. Actions have consequences. You can apologize all day long, but actions have consequences. And this is one. Sorry, Brando.
Let's go back to the phones. John wants to weigh in on our question of the day. John, what's up?
I go way back, Joe. I'm an old man. Roman Gabriel, 1971. I was fortunate enough to buy a poster of him, and I still got it today. And one other thing, Joe, I appreciate what you're doing for mental health. I work with kids that's got mental health issues, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, thanks for the kind words, John. I appreciate that. We all do this together, brother. So thank you for your commitment and dedication to the kids, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir, bud. It's all about the kids, brother.
Amen. It is. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Roman Gabriel played for the Rams, and he was quite a character, man. 6'6" was he? He was a tall dude. He led his all-time record for fumbles in the NFL. Played 11 seasons with the Eagles and the Rams.
Tim wants to weigh in on our question of the day. Tim, what's up?
Hey, guys. My favorite, I guess, and I mean, I liked some before, but I'll tell you a little story. I had season tickets at Vanderbilt. My dad worked there forever, and I was waiting on an uncle to come, and we was going to go to his Auburn game. And just when Charles Barkley was there, Charles got off the bus, saw me standing over there by the back door where the players would enter, and come over and introduced himself to me, shook my hand, and talked to me for 5 minutes.
Nice.
He didn't know me from Adam. He didn't have to do that. And ever since then, I've been a big Charles Barkley fan. I like him. I followed him everywhere he's went. And like I said, he just come up to me. And he didn't have to do that. The rest of them were, had headphones on and everything else and in their own little world. And he come over and talk to me. And after that, I've just been a big Charles Barkley fan. Let me tell you a joke before I go, if it's okay.
Absolutely.
After you said what you did about Brittany, what two positions do a nun and a prostitute play on a football team?
It was a family show.
Well, it's no more than what you would, wide receiver and tight end.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Tim.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it is the people show, right? We're here for you. We are here for you.
And we are live for now. Oh, man.
Gosh.
We'll react more to the Brendan Sorsby stuff. Tim Hasselbeck will join us at 1, get his thoughts on that as well. Chasing Big Joe here on a Tuesday, 102.5 The Game. Is this a Gatorade commercial? This takes me back to my childhood. We all wanted to be like Mike.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Now he's doing all right as a NASCAR owner.
Yeah.
So,
well, did he not buy the Charlotte basketball team for $1 billion and sold it for $3 billion?
yeah.
And like made $2 billion. I mean, it's just brilliant.
Well, he bought, or I guess he had the expansion Bobcats, and then because who was the owner of the Hornets?
George Shin.
Yeah, who lives here, right?
Lives here.
Yeah.
Show does. He had the Pelicans, and the league bought the Pelicans from him.
Yeah, because he moved, which is, I mean, I guess I kind of get the NBA not working in Charlotte because it's college basketball country, but still it's basketball, so you would think it would.
Well, I mean, they did good in the late 80s. They had Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning. That's where Grandmama started. So they had good Muggsy Bogues. I mean, they had some good teams.
That wasn't the late 80s. That was the early 90s.
Well, they started in 88, I think the team was,
Yeah.
and then they got into the 90s. But Del Curry, Steph Curry's dad played for him. I love the Hornets uniforms back then. They were designed by Alexander Julian, was a designer. And I was like, oh, these are going to look terrible. And they came out, and I was like, these are really nice. Really nice.
So I can't wait to ask Tim Hasselbeck about this, but the NFL, I mean, if you want me to read this whole letter, it is not. I just said,
I'm good.
I said to our friend Ricky, I was like, they just dropped the elbow, and he goes, no, they just stomped him with their whole foot. So basically, the letter that they sent to Brendan Sorsby is saying that they've elected not to do a supplemental draft. They weren't planning on doing one. They haven't in the last few years, and it's ultimately up to them to do that. And it says the sole reasons identified in your petition is because you've been declared ineligible by the NCAA and exhausted all of your avenues to continue in the NCAA. And now you all of a sudden want to play in the NFL, but you don't give us any information why. And then they basically say, we know why, but you haven't provided us with the why.
Right.
And so they're basically like, yeah, we're not going to help you out by making you eligible for the NFL this year so you can continue to play football. We don't have a complete record of the investigation, and we don't have the time, to conduct our own. So here's the last part I'll read. Your petition does not address these matters, nor does it demonstrate accountability for your conduct or indicate whether or how you would adhere to the league's rules and policies governing the integrity of competition. Instead, even after receiving notice of the NCAA's decision rescinding your college eligibility in May, you sought to avoid the consequences of that determination through litigation rather than accepting responsibility for your actions, and you pursued entry into the NFL only after abandoning those efforts. As Commissioner Goodell has emphasized, participation in the NFL is a privilege that carries with it significant responsibilities, including accountability. By all accounts, you're a talented player with the potential for future success. We encourage you to focus on preparing for possible entry into the NFL through the 2027 NFL annual draft.
Because they'll have time to investigate him and put him in jail, and then it won't happen.
I don't think he plays another snap.
No.
I'm with you. Even if I'm Canada, I'm not touching him. I think he's truly blackballed.
Why welcome a headache?
Yep.
Why? And he's a headache. I don't even plays again or gambles again, whatever, but he did it. And so you're going to be worried well, he's playing great. God, did he gamble tonight? You don't worry about that stuff.
Look, I think the NFL is, hypocritical at times. And you can probably make an argument that this is one of those times. But I will applaud them because they actually got something right. I think this was the right move. Now I thought what was going to happen is they were going to let him go through this, get drafted, and then suspend him. As soon as he got drafted with a team, they'll be like, hey, you're banned for the year.
Right. Yeah.
But I think this sends such a clear message to everybody of what the rules are. If you break the rules, there are going to be consequences.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can't just, circumvent that by going to filing a lawsuit.
So there's a precedent the NFL has. They suspended Paul Hornung and Alex Karras in the 60s for gambling for a whole year. So our text line says the NFL is pretty hypocritical. They'll allow wife beaters, domestic violence charges, and all these things like that. But a college kid who bet on games don't allow that. Like, take that up with the NFL. And I see the side of this.
Yeah, and I do too. That's why I said what I said.
But the NFL is taking gambling very, very seriously. That's why you came out like with the FanDuels and all the gambling. The NFL is a part of that. I understand that. But it's something they also take very seriously because they suspended the two top stars in the early 60s for gambling. And there's probably another instance along the way, but it's a fine line. NFL's like, we don't want to deal with this. Good for them. They don't have to deal with it.
So Albert Breer adds this. As it stands right now, Brendan Sorsby's lost more than $4 million he stood to make at Texas Tech this fall and the chance to play his way into the top 5 of next year's draft, which could be worth $50 million guaranteed. Legal costs are mounting too. We'll see what's next.
That's it. So bye-bye. No story no more. Take care. Hope it's a lesson to all everybody else who wants to gamble that shouldn't be gambling.
So does he like, do you think they let him? I think more stuff comes out.
Quarterback for the Albany Firebirds, Brendan Sorsby.
Yeah, I mean, if that.
Yeah, right?
If I'm a league, I'm not touching it.
No, and make him the example.
Yep.
You've
been looking for one.
Is
you got
the
it
example. If you're like, man, I want to make this bet on the.
Well, because here's
whatever.
the thing. Not only is he the example, but he probably was a top 5 pick. I mean, he very well could have been the best quarterback coming out of this year's class.
Yeah. What were the odds of him being a top 5 pick?
I don't know. I'd have to look, but that's a joke. Oh, I see what you mean. Over my head.
Sorry about that. No, but he's the guy. He's the guy you point at and say, that's what you don't do. He's the guy what you don't do. I mean, you think about that. I mean, we talked about him gambling on every pitch and things that went on. He knew it was wrong. He knew it was all wrong, and yet he still did it. There are repercussions for your actions, man, and this is it.
Okay.
I'm glad they busted his ass. Good.
Him too. Set an example.
Yes. Yep.
You know, you can feel. I mean, you
I
can
don't
feel
feel sorry
bad.
for him.
I mean, people
Not
are
at all.
going to, but like,
you knew better.
Oh, here we go. So Trey Wallace just put this out. Brendan Sorsby's attorney, Jeffrey Kessler, provided a statement regarding NFL's decision not to hold a supplemental draft. Quote, it's a violation of the CBA and the law. We will pursue this immediately with the NFLPA. So here you go. You're going to try litigation again. They probably will. Like, it's not over. But I mean, like,
Crazy, right?
let me explain how this works. Just Brendan, if you're listening, the NFL is controlled by these people, and they're called the owners. They own the teams. And Jerry Jones is one of those. Amy Adams-Strunk, whether you like her or not, is one of those. They own the team. So therefore they control the league. Roger Goodell works for them. So he does ultimately what they tell him to do.
That's right.
It's not the other way around. So you can go and bitch and moan to the NFLPA all you want, but you, sir, are blackballed.
That's right.
So even if you win in litigation, the owners of these teams are going to tell the general managers and the coaches over my dead body.
Yeah, that's it.
So you ain't playing in the NFL this year, and you may not ever play.
No, not at all.
So
4312 needs to worry about how to avoid prison and now work about
yeah,
playing. Don't worry about playing football, and that's it.
yeah. Because like, here's the thing: if he had somebody else put the bets in for him, that's a federal offense. Like, he's in big
Hold
trouble.
on. So all right, let me ask you this. All right, I'm not allowed to gamble. Right?
Correct.
We talked about my position. I'm not allowed to gamble. If I give you $100, hey man, bet on Tennessee beating.
That's a felony.
So you could go to jail.
We'd go to jail.
We've never done that.
We've never done that.
I'm
but
just asking.
no. Yeah,
I've never thought about it. I'm
it's a
just
felony.
okay. Now, okay.
Because it has to be you legally placing the bet.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a whole can of worms that I think are about to be opened.
So you think this dude's going to sing like a canary to
Oh,
protect
probably.
himself? Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I'd be singing like Pavarotti.
Like if he
man.
has a bookie, yeah. Bookie's making a deal right now.
Yeah, right.
My guess.
Good Lord.
We will talk to Tim Hasselbeck, get his thoughts on all of this coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday. Unfortunately, we won't have Tim Hasselbeck join us. TSSAA is in the dead period. It's vacation time, and he's boarding a plane. So
I get it. I mean, these coaches are so into schedules and routines like with their teams that, they get a little time off. That's all right. We still love you, Tim. We'll talk to you in a few weeks.
So I wonder if he even knows about this yet.
Where does Tim Hasselbeck go on vacation?
Wherever Elizabeth Hasselbeck wants to go.
Right, true. We're at Rome, Paris, Barcelona, Madrid, wherever they want to go.
You know what? Like I'm the same way. Like my girlfriend will ask my opinion on things, and I give it, but I'm like, you know what? Whatever you want to do, I'm truly okay with.
No, you put the foot down.
No, I don't care. Like I care, but like it doesn't bother me one way or another. If I want something, I'll say it.
You should say, look, there's a nice little getaway, a Rayon City B&B. Friend of mine owns it. Name's Mike. Come out there for a few days. Get away.
It's called the Oregon Ranch.
Get away from it for a little bit.
Don't let the name fool you.
Yeah. And you're good to go. No, good for Tim. His coach is getting away. But, our friend, the coach, is like they go on vacation, but they can't get away. You cannot get away on vacation. Your phone's it's even worse now. If your phone and guys texting you and calling you, hey, so-and-so this, and you're like you talk about Floyd talked about how that 40 days between camp and the start of the season was just, you don't sleep any. So I'm assuming coaches are the same way with that.
Do you think that, because, teams all do these NFL teams have departments that are like, hey, go find out everything we need to know on this guy. So do you think that all of that started and then stuff was being uncovered and the teams went to the league and said, hey, we don't need to touch this guy right now?
I don't think the Titans wasted a single second vetting this guy.
Well, I'm not
NFL
saying,
does. And so,
but I think certain teams like Arizona was probably looking into him. I would think Pittsburgh, Minnesota, teams that need a quarterback were doing some research. And what my question is, do you think they probably started to find stuff and then go to the league and go, hey, we need to stay away?
Let me take this a step further. Y'all all want expansion. You're like, we got to get more teams. Why is everybody losing their what over this guy? Why? Because he's a good quarterback?
Yeah.
That shows you how there are not many good quarterbacks around.
No, but I actually think this guy might have been one of them.
Yeah. So everybody's losing their mind because he possibly for being a good quarterback. That tells me the talent pool of quarterbacks in the National Football League is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
In college is pretty bad because everybody's like giving this guy every chance in the world to succeed. If he was a punter or a tight end or a wide receiver, this is not happening because he's got talent as a quarterback and these teams all want that quarterback. They're looking every way possible to get in there. Now it's done. It's over with. It's within 30 minutes. It's a non-story again because he's gone. But the quarterback pool is so bad. That's why they're working so hard. We're working so hard to get Sorsby in there. It really is.
Well, but here's the thing. I think they needed like a legit talented player to make a mistake like this because they have a true example of this is what happens.
Yep.
Like this could have been one of the top 5 quarterbacks in college and therefore a top 5 draft pick. And who knows what he would have been in the NFL.
How much did he lose?
$4 million at Texas Tech, but now he's probably lost about 50 of being a top 5 pick.
How much has he received?
I don't know.
Didn't Cincinnati give him some money? And
yeah, which they can all sue him now, I guess.
Yeah, right.
You
but you're getting nothing. It'd be like suing me. I'll give you my dresser.
The NCAA would have to basically go back and retroactively say he was ineligible, which I don't think they can do. But
they did with
Texas Tech, they can. Like Texas Tech has a case. I don't know about Cincinnati. And
how many games did he play at Cincinnati?
Well, hang on.
Because Alabama fans, you remember a guy by the name of David Palmer, in 1993. They went back and they took all the games away. Palmer was a great player. Now I'm just remembering 93 because they ran over Tennessee, and Tennessee, Bama had to vacate all those wins.
He was the starter the last 2 years.
So can they go in and rule him ineligible?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's
On and
a
on
really
and on.
good question.
But they can vacate wins. I mean, the NCAA did it with Bama in '93. Did USC?
They can, but I think
it's a waste of time.
I hate that because we all were there and we all know they won. And
All right.
Like I think taking wins and championships and trophies and stuff away is stupid. Like it just makes you feel better as the NCAA, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't do anything.
Like the Fab Five, I had no problem with that. I mean, that was very egregious. I mean, that was above and beyond what they were paying those guys. That was a lot at the time.
Well, you know, some of the rumors going around is Dusty May stayed one step ahead of the jailer. Your favorite saying. That
all I read was
some stuff's about to come down, and he's like, you know what, Dallas seems nice. I'll go there.
They said he's going to make a Harbaugh-esque departure from Michigan. That was a headline. I'm like, no.
Yep.
Oh no. So yeah, you go and you go into the pros for a while and do that. I don't know, man. It's
okay. So you can make the argument that, the NFL let Jim Harbaugh leave Michigan in the middle of the night, right before all the stuff came down. What punishment have they given him?
They're not.
None.
Never.
Right.
That people get
that's
realize,
that's where people are going to say they're hypocritical.
They got to realize it's two different things. NFL's not going to punish somebody for what happened in college.
Right.
They're not,
because they don't have anything to do with that.
Now they can do this way. They're like, how can we punish Sorsby that he's not a part of us? Oh, we'll just get rid of the supplemental draft.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. Boom.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when was the last time they did a supplemental draft?
19.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like this is some. Oh my God, they do this every year. How dare they?
No, I'm with you on that, man. It's but it's over and done and gone and goodbye. Now, will Texas Tech stop chirping about playing Texas opening week?
Probably.
Yeah. Texas like, come on now. We're good.
Texas probably like, all right, come on. We good? We got it set up. Actually, we're going to play 2 games that week. We'll play New Mexico on Wednesday and you guys on Saturday. Right. We're good.
Texas like, phone's not working. I don't know what's going on here. Haven't heard from anybody.
That would be hilarious.
But I just, and somebody warned this when all the gambling apps became available, like this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And then here it is.
Yep.
And look, don't feel sorry for this kid. Not one fiber in my body feels sorry for this kid. Not at all.
No, I don't either.
He knew it was wrong. You still went and did it because you knew it was wrong. So no. Forgive, yes. Forget, no. And then that's
so my question is, let's fast forward to February. Is he, if everything kind of goes away, which it needs to, does he get invited to the combine and then ultimately allowed to enter the draft?
What do you think? 1,000%.
Yeah.
Because he's a quarterback.
Right.
They need quarterbacks.
But I think my guess is that letter, and then he's probably getting a phone call of, son, you need to call your lawyer and tell him to shut the you-know-what up. And then you need to go and basically sit in the corner and think about what you did for the next 6 months.
Right. Yeah.
Go to D1 or one of these places that'll train you. Train. Sit. I mean, I guess we were talking about this during the break. Hypothetically, he could go play JUCO, but I don't think they would touch him.
I don't see the value of that, but I get it.
There is no, you just to play.
Yeah.
But go sit out, train, keep your head down.
Right.
And then show up at the combine and be like, I messed up. This is what I've been doing. This is what I've learned. I'm sorry. And I'm excited to show what I can do in the NFL.
That's it.
And then take your 4th round draft pick and go prove yourself.
Yeah, that's it. All into a bigger degree for this. Somebody needs to be with him for right now.
Yeah, I agree. We talk about that a lot. I 100% agree.
Needs to talk, needs to go to therapy, just to say that you're okay. Because if you sit down,
I don't want to read another headline.
Yeah, don't listen to talk radio. Don't watch TV. Don't read the paper. Don't do any of that stuff. just get away for a little bit. And somebody needs to be with him, because if he sits down and adds up in his head all the millions he's lost, it's devastating.
But here's the thing. If he does this, he hasn't done this the right way to this point, but if he changes and starts doing things the right way, he could make some good money. Because if he, let's say a team's like, well, we're not spending our first 3 picks on him, but he's a 4th or a 5th, gets an opportunity, goes in and really just balls out, then guess what? He's going to eventually make money. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. I think he's doing okay.
He is. A lot of guys, though, long journey to go.
It is a long journey, but I think we would all know he's more talented than a 5th or a 4th or a 5th or 6th round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then go prove yourself and you'll earn it. But you got to take ownership for this. Like the reason there's no supplemental draft is because he has taken zero ownership for any of this.
True.
It's accountability. They say in the letter. They basically spell it out for him of, you have shown no accountability, so why the hell would we let you get off the hook and come play in the NFL?
Yep.
So
it's over for now.
615-737-1025. We'll have more coming on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. And now the starting five for the Toon Squad. That small forward from North Carolina. I still love that movie. I guess Space Jam was probably a little before your kids' time.
Oh yeah, as Bill Murray's in that, right?
Bill Murray, Wayne Knight, Larry Bird, Barkley, Jordan, obviously. I mean, it's a fantastic cast. Danny DeVito does the voice of like the main monster.
Main monster.
I need to look this up. This is one of those movies where like you go and read the cast and you're like, oh wow. I never saw the new one with LeBron.
Me neither.
He should have stayed away from
Not
it.
great.
Let's see. MJ's in it. Wayne Knight, Teresa Randall. Man, I don't know him. Larry Bird, Bill Murray, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Tyrone Bogues, or Muggsy, Larry Johnson, Amon Rashad, Sean Bradley, Del Harris, Vlade. How did you say his last
Vlade Divac?
Yeah, Vlade Divac.
Who was traded for Kobe Bryant.
Kobe. Yeah. So pretty good cast.
Yeah, it was.
Space Jam.
Good time. What year did that come out?
93.
Good
I
Lord.
want to say. Danny Ainge is in it. Jim Rome. I forgot Jim Rome was in it. Dan Castellaneta is in it.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a fan. Patricia Heaton
Lives
in it
here
as well.
now. She's a Nashvilleian.
Yep.
She does all that. Good. I always look IMDb, go down, look and see how much money. I always curious how much money it made.
AC Green, Alonzo Mourning. Man,
AC Green.
They're all in it.
It's just crazy that I like AC Green. I mean, I could name the Lakers 5, the Hawks 5, the Celtics, the 6. I mean, there was such an integral part of us. Then I played fantasy basketball, and you remember guys like AC Green. Like I needed a center. Like he was considered like a center / forward because he'd play center when Kareem would go out. And you remember those guys. So you're rattling off these guys like, oh, I remember that guy and that guy and that guy and that guy and all the players in the 80s and the 90s. Because we had that talk today about the NBA being on tape-delayed championship in the 70s, how Bird and Magic saved basketball.
Yeah.
They saved basketball. Games were tape-delayed, championships were, and the whole nation was enamored with Bird and Magic. And then when they exploded on the scene in 80, it just took off. And then Magic won, Bird won, Magic won. Sixers won in 83, then the Celtics in 84, then the Lakers in 85, then the Celtics in 86, and the Lakers 87 and 88. It just at the time, and it was just and then Jordan was a part of that, but he won his championships later in 91 after the Pistons won 2, and we all got just into these guys, man. It was so cool, man.
Who could carry a movie of that caliber now? Like an athlete. Like if an athlete wanted to do like MJ was so big, and when that came out because this was when he came back.
Yep. You're gonna think I'm wrong on this, but there are a lot of kids who love Patrick Mahomes.
No, I don't think you're wrong.
They love he's MJ of NFL right now.
Yeah,
love him.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean I think
because you know it would probably happen. You'd have Travis in it, and guess who would make an appearance?
Probably. Yeah.
But
beyond, I think Mahomes can stand on his own.
Yeah.
I mean, his jersey sales are still astronomical.
But like at that point, the NBA was at such a height, and everybody loves the Looney Tunes.
Right.
So then you had because I grew up watching Bugs Bunny, and then you have not only Jordan, but then you had Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Larry Bird.
Yeah.
And then you're mixing Hollywood and sports.
That's right. You were. Baseball. There was a funny thing with Ohtani this weekend. Did you see this?
No.
They're like having a meet and greet with fans. There's a really beautiful girl, and he's talking to the girl, and somebody said, "Oh, it's funny how he doesn't need a translator for that." Like all the gambling stuff that went on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know English. And then the translator is there with all that and talking to the girl. And that's kind of like, yeah, funny how you don't need a translator for that. But Ohtani globally could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in America. I don't think it would resonate in America because I don't think he's at that level of. I don't.
That's interesting. So, like, from a global standpoint, is there somebody that could?
I think Ohtani, but I don't know if he resonates in America.
No, because I think there's too many people here that don't like him.
Yeah, right, exactly. And everybody loves Jordan.
Well, because of the gambling stuff, but mainly because he plays for the Dodgers.
That too.
Like I think the Dodgers have just become this. All they do is buy their players, and
which
the rules state they can. So whatever, good for them. But
so who's the face of baseball right now?
Judge.
He's hurt. I mean, but yes, if we're doing without injury, probably Aaron Judge.
I mean,
everybody.
Skeens is kind of becoming that.
There we go. I got a smile on his face right there.
He's the best pitcher on planet
But
Earth.
again, if he ends up with the Yankees or the Dodgers or one of these big teams,
still the face of baseball for me. I respect a guy that has the same release point and has like 6 different pitches to choose from. That's incredible.
Does he need to be traded soon?
I mean, he won't.
Is there a chance they could actually keep him forever?
Yeah.
They could if they wanted to, but they got to build around him.
Why not? I mean, you got one of the best perceivable pitchers of all time. Why not build around this guy?
Like that's my thing that just kind of, quite frankly, pisses me off with baseball.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
It is because you have this whole debate on, well, we need a salary cap. And guess what? You probably do. I'm not going to disagree with that. But it's the teams that are leading this are the ones that don't want to spend, the type of money that the Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox are all spending. What's hilarious is when this proposal came out for what the cap would be, the Braves were on the list of they would have to shed payroll. So, I mean, you got some and guess what? The Braves are number 1.
Right.
And so it's like, it's really up to the owners of these teams that, you're the Pittsburgh Pirates. You're one of the most historic franchises in baseball. And you have this kid that you truly could build around, but you don't want to spend the money to do it.
Yeah, that's right. It's eye-opening, man. It's really not good.
The Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds. The oldest team in baseball, I believe. Dead last in their division. And it's the same stuff with them every year that, they paid Joey Votto, but then that was really it. That was the only guy they paid, and they don't want to build around him. And when they get guys that are good, guess what they do? They trade them off.
Yeah. It's a problem. It's a real problem.
It's so you can get mad at the Dodgers and, but like, look at the Brewers. The Brewers have done it the right way. And they've been good the last few years. Mariners.
Cardinals.
I mean, the White Sox all of a sudden are good again. So, I don't know. I just
get ready for the lockout in 27.
No, it's happening.
Get rid of high school athletes going into the MLB draft. I don't know if y'all saw that or not.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's better for baseball if Major League Baseball is implementing this. They're trying to go towards the salary cap method.
Well, you know what's happening. They are, and this started in COVID, and it's why banana ball exists. But the minor leagues are dying a very slow death. They're going to be, it's going to be that, like, they'll still be there, but there's going to be, they probably slashed how many teams after COVID, and I would say more are coming. Like, you're not going to have low A, high A, rookie ball, double A, triple A. Like, it's going to be drastically reduced.
But you're going to have it though, right?
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you're saying, okay, we're not going to have high school kids anymore, well, you can probably get rid of, a quarter of your teams.
Right.
Because you don't need it.
Well, I think one of the worst things in the NBA is, like, you got to spend 1 year in college. You got to go to college for 1 year.
Yeah, I agree.
It's dumb. 1 year? What are you doing, right? And some guys are opting to go to the G League or going to Europe, and I just, like, 1 year? Like, if I go to college for 1 year, the spring, I ain't going to class. I'm not. Because when the grades come out in May, I'm in the draft. I'm gone. I do all that. I've got no problem with baseball. Football will never happen because the development of a young man between 17 and 22 is astronomical. That's why there's never been any 17, 18-year-olds in the NFL.
Very
Yeah.
true.
I mean, I think it's more beneficial to the kid to go to college and use the college as your, your training ground and get an education and all of that, and then go into the draft and go to the majors.
Well,
But
I talked to a baseball agent years ago, and he's like, if I've got a kid in high school who's really, really good, he's a pitcher, go to the pros.
yeah,
But when you go to the pros, built in, like if I drop out, you pay for my college.
yeah,
You give me
Yeah, you can do
75
that.
grand to pay for. Oh, I did. Because why waste your arm for 3 years?
no, that's a fair argument.
Yeah, right.
But if you don't let high school kids enter the draft, then you don't need like low A and high. You don't need single A anymore. You don't. And like I mentioned, banana ball, we can say that, okay, is that run its course? I don't think so, because they keep selling out stadiums.
Yeah. It's just
And now they have a league, but that's a place for some of these guys
Right.
that, were lost their jobs. Now they can go still play baseball.
we talked Friday. It's not baseball. Is that
No,
right?
It's a show,
Basically, the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
right? But
It's a good time.
But you pay money to go watch the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Like it's the same. It's so
right.
I don't have an issue with it.
Well, somebody was saying, well, they do really good with the Bananas or these other teams that they have, then they could get Major League Baseball shot. I'm like, no, it's not the same that goes there. It's not the same.
I think what Major League Baseball needs to do, just implement a salary floor, not a salary cap, a salary floor, because that then weeds out the weaklings of front office people in Major League Baseball saying, hey, you don't want to spend $100 million a year? Guess what? You're out of here. Find a new owner for this franchise. That's what I would implement, because then you could still have your high school draft. You could still have all the players in college go to the draft. I just think it would help out the single A's, the double A's, and the triple A's of the world. That's just me.
Still,
I don't think you're wrong. Like I think,
but you're talking about development. I mean, Chattanooga just built a brand new AA stadium that is packed almost every night. So the entertainment value for going to these Pensacola, all these small cities across America, they love minor league baseball. I just, you can't, I don't know, can't take that away.
well,
from
I
them.
have always said that if I had the extra money and wanted to invest in something, I would buy a AA baseball team. Now, maybe not so much, but like I think if you go and you find a market that like Knoxville, that
brand new stadium,
brand new park, because it used to be you had to go to Sevierville.
Yep.
Now it's in downtown Knoxville. You got nothing going on in the summer.
Perfect. Sounds play tonight. Go to the Sounds game. It's great. It's fun and everything. I think Saturday night they've got Margaritaville night. Saturday night, which is great, but you got the Alan Jackson show going on. We got the Cats in Clarksville, and so unfortunately, I like to make these things about myself. I won't be able to get.
It is about you.
Yeah.
Tell me something I don't know, Joe.
Thank you, buddy.
Imagine Key West minor league baseball team.
If I'm telling you, Mega Millions is
didn't they have one at one time, like a low A team?
Just they couldn't the logistics of getting to and from. So I'd buy a little charter plane, had the team fly up and play up and down the coast, and have a little ballpark there in Key West. You guys, you have your own suite. Come down and hang out.
I'm in.
So wish me luck playing Mega Millions tonight.
Okay,
210 million cash option.
So if you're not here tomorrow, I'll know.
You'll be getting a postcard.
Okay.
From Fort Hancock, Texas, San Juantaneo, and it'll be blank on the back, and you'll just sit in your office and smile. Then Dr. Crane will walk in and say, you know what? Some birds weren't meant to be caged.
That's true.
Does this postcard have with or without glitter?
Well,
you.
And then we'll go down and to Fort Hancock, and we'll find a tree. And
well, that tree's actually up in Maine, but that's okay though.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
But I'll leave you a box outside Cromwell Media.
Yeah,
it's a Titanic box, the lunch box, cigar box, and there'll be some things inside there for you.
You'll just see Dr. Crane and I walking down the beach. You're working on your boat.
I'll be working on a boat, all right. Oh, my God.
And with that, this is the Chasing Big Joe show. Well, more coming up next. 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday.
I mean, what's going on? Like, PGA's got a new thing they're doing to make the league competitive?
Well, they need change. They needed to do
Why?
something.
What's wrong with just regular golf?
How much you watching every week?
I haven't watched in 30 years. Do you think that's going to bring me into it?
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get more eyes on them other than the majors.
Do you like the way NASCAR does this staging nonsense?
The stage breaks?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you wish it was like it was in 1985?
How much time we got?
Please. You got an hour and 20. Go.
No,
just say no. It's okay.
Well, ultimately no, but I understand why.
Why? Why did they switch the stages?
Because there were too many times where the races were just spreading out and going long, and like there was no racing.
We still watch though.
I think with this car, I don't know. I'd be curious to see it without it now with this car, because I think these cars stay closer together. So I'd be curious if they tried it without it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm an old man. That's fine. But there was a reason we fell in love with that.
Races were too long. So that's why you're only seeing like some of the historic races be 500 miles.
Okay.
But,
cut 100 miles out. That's fine.
You know, like you have like Nashville's 400, which I think is good. That's a sweet spot for the Cup Series. 250 to 300 is a sweet spot for O'Reilly and trucks. I don't know. I'd be curious and they might look at it, to get rid of the stage racing, but it's basically kind of taking a little bit of the old short track of you have the heats and then you have the feature. And that's kind of what.
Just get on the track and go, man.
Yeah.
If you're there at the end, you win. And the PGA in this, they're going to have a playoff at the end of the year and crown.
Well, don't they already kind of have that with the
champion
FedEx
or something?
Cup?
I don't know.
Include the FedEx points and stuff like that. I think the reason why they're doing this format is because Live Golf, whatever happens in December, if that does end up poofing up into thin air, you have a surplus of golfers coming back to PGA. One prime example is Bryson DeChambeau, who was like the poster child for Live Golf, is now only playing in major tournaments for PGA because he's not on the Live Tour anymore. So you're going to have a surplus of golfers coming back to PGA, and PGA saying, wait at the front door there. We've already made our own talent. We have guys like Sahith Theegala. We have guys like Sam Burns, Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, but I mean, and Wyndham Clark for sure just won his second U.S. Open. But I think some of the guys that are coming back from the Live Tour are better than some of those guys.
Sure, I mean, but
if I'm the PGA, I'd swallow my pride and be like, okay.
I'm not taking Ian Poulter back. I'm not taking Sergio Garcia back.
Well,
those guys they're cancers to golf.
Well, and they're over the hill too.
I'm sorry. I just want to state the facts.
Yeah, man.
No, that's fine.
Bring the
but
heat
like
that.
Bryson, I'd bring Bryson back.
Well, yeah, but here's the issue is that he's doing all of his like YouTube golf, whatever that is, which is fun to watch for a consumer. But when he goes out there to play professionally, you can lose your tour card pretty quick if you don't perform at these highest levels of major tournaments. And he hasn't made the cut in a long time. Like, we're talking 4 or 5 tournaments, maybe. He hasn't made the cut for.
Well, didn't he win the big tournament last year, 2 years ago? DeChambeau?
That was against Rory, yeah, when he missed that like 2-foot putt. That was like almost a year or two ago, wasn't it?
Well, then he's got like a 10-year exemption to play in the U.S. Open and everything.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that like
fine.
You need to start producing. You need to start because that's what makes golf.
We could say
attractive.
the same for you.
That's what she said.
To a further degree, with all adding stuff to the sport, like the NBA does that in-season tournament, which is just stupid, right? I mean, why are we not just okay with what we're seeing on the NBA court on baseball? I mean, do we need more?
Well,
I don't know where this all goes.
I think what the PGA is implementing with the relegation system, they're having a 1 series and a 2 series. It kind of molds into the Corn Ferry Tour a little bit because you're going to have amateurs that are trying to earn their tour card,
right?
And they get the amount of sponsorship money that can kind of help them get into these tournaments. But if you have players from like Live Golf that are coming back to PGA and some PGA golfers that are kind of struggling right now, I mean, if you look at Scotty Scheffler, still world number 1,
right.
Struggles with his irons. Right now, the putter has not been his friend. But if you can go and encapsulate that and get back to world number one, you stay in the high ranking. But if you don't, you get relegated to the second series or whatever they call it.
Okay. I've told you.
I'm a fan for that.
I told you I had the same problem with soccer MLS having that tournament in season. Then your best player gets hurt, and then you lose the MLS Cup, which is what you should be playing for anyway. It's just, I think they're just adding too much. The days of just like 82 NBA games, 82 NHL games, I don't know. And now NCAA with this announcement, 5 years to play 5.
Well, that's what, yeah. So it's age based. So saying that the clock starts at 19 years old or upon initial full-time enrollment in college.
So you got 5 years. What's your 5th year called? I honestly want to know. Connor Newt was like, "You're a super senior." I'm like, "That's what's probably gonna be called."
I don't know.
You got 5 to play 5. It's just
The last time is now tour.
could be. So no more red shirts. Is that what we gathered?
Yeah. Look, you and I are going to disagree on this. I don't have a problem with it.
I do. 5 to play 4.
If you're
Get out.
if you're allowed to practice and be with the team, then you should be allowed to play. And I get it. I respect you and what, your journey and like coaches' friends and all that stuff, but you're there anyway. Like you're there for 5 years usually. You redshirt a year, but you're still there.
Okay.
You're still at the team. So if you're good enough.
But a redshirt year doesn't count. It doesn't count.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But what if it did? Like if I'm a coach and I see Joe Dubin, who is a 5-star,
Thanks, buddy.
and I know that, I can get an extra year with you as a play, actually being able to play, like I'm okay with that.
So what stops it from 6 years?
This announcement that says it's 5 years.
I
think they're making it pretty clear.
I just don't like all this change that's going on, man. And it's not an old man thing.
But I mean, like age based to me, like now you're getting rid. Like it starts at 19, or like if you enroll at 18, then it starts there. But 19, is when the clock starts. That means you can't play past 24.
Most people are out of college at 22.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's a good thing. That means we're not going to have 27-year-olds in college anymore.
But you go in that 5th year, I don't want you. When I can get somebody coming in his 1st year, I'll take that guy.
Okay.
Because I got 4 years with him.
Then he's probably good enough and already gone on to the NFL.
You hope. Let's go with it. You hope that happens.
Or the NBA or whatever. But I don't have an issue with it. It's not official until tomorrow, but there's a lot of little things coming out today. So
crazy.
That has come out. The NHL, Gary Bettman said at the Board of Governors meeting that they're going to begin talks with Austin and Houston, Texas, about potential expansion in one of those two cities. It'll likely be Houston, if I had to guess. But
so Austin will remain the largest TV market
without a pro sports.
Don't bring the MLS to me on this. The Big Four. Don't do it. Don't you do it, Nick. Yes, they've got an MLS team there. But as far as the Big Four, Austin's the largest city without one.
Yep.
That's it. Matthew McConaughey lives there.
All right. There's also another thing that I want to kind of get into when we come back with the NHL. They've let someone back into the league, and I got a problem with it. So
Sean Henry.
No, we like Sean. Don't say that. We like Sean. We'll discuss coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. One of my favorite entrances in any movie. Rocky IV. Is that going to be you on 4th of July? Like, you just turn this on and walk out with, like, pyro? And...
I got the hat. I got the shorts. I got the tank top. I'm ready to go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Be here a week and a half.
Yeah.
Before you know it.
Apollo.
America turns 250.
That's right. Something I just wanted to talk about for a minute with hockey, and I'm reading like some stuff from his press conference, but Mike Babcock has been hired as the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers. And, I kind of knew this was going to happen, but I don't think he's a very good dude. And he's not doing very well from what I'm reading in the press conference. Basically, he was asked if he crossed the line in Columbus when he was supposedly like looking at players' phones and wanting to see what they were doing and all these things. This was before he even coached. And of course, he was head coach of the Detroit Red Wings, Toronto Maple Leafs. It had been around a long time. And he basically says he doesn't think he crossed the line in Columbus. It was very evident before the year started. I hadn't benched anybody, I hadn't talked to anybody, I hadn't sat anybody out, and it was evident that we weren't together as a staff right from the get-go. My wife gave me a call, and she said it was time to get out of there. I'd been retired. I was pretty good at it, so I got back to being retired. And then a follow-up question of whether he think he crossed the line. No, to be honest with you, anytime you make anybody feel uncomfortable in your life, you shouldn't take a look at yourself, or you should take a look at yourself, and you should say, how could I do that better? And I think that's what you do is as a person, you try to always be better at what you do. The situation in Columbus, they've had a full review, and I'm thankful the NHL, the NHLPA for doing that. It didn't work out for us. We're excited about making it work here. So, not taking any accountability. I mean, the guy's a jerk. Like, he's been that way for a long time.
There was an incident here during a game, the Red Wings and the Preds, where during the national anthem, the Red Wings goalie was skating back and forth in front of the net, right? So after the game, Dan Phillips asked Mike Babcock and says, did you have a problem with your goalie not standing for the national anthem? And he says, what? And Dan doubles and triples down on him. Dan was a sports reporter at Fox 17. And Babcock just went off on Dan. It's like, that's what you're talking about? That's what you're asking me about? You think I care about that? Just went off. And I mean, it was like, oh, this is great.
There you go.
This is great. I was on both sides of the fence on that one. But every time I hear Babcock, I think about that incident with Dan Phillips at Bridgestone Arena.
Yeah.
So where's he's at Edmonton now? So he's been how long has he been out of hockey?
A few years.
But
I think this was like 2 years ago.
He won several Stanley Cups, right?
Yeah, I want to say he won 2
with the Red Wings.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, truthfully, I've never been a big fan of his. But I'm really surprised that he's back. He was with Anaheim. He may have won the cup with Anaheim, and then Detroit. Yes, in the Stanley Cup, he was 15-6, leading the Mighty Ducks to the first Stanley Cup final in 2003. They lost in 7 games to New Jersey. Then he went to Detroit, and won a few there. So he did not win with the Ducks, but he took him there.
Okay,
Paul Correa was on that team.
Paul Correa. Well, I mean, look, hockey coaches are like baseball managers. They just get recirculated and repurposed and sit back out there again. So this is what job for him? Number 4?
5, technically. So Anaheim, Detroit, Toronto, Columbus, if you count that, and then Edmonton.
5. And Laviolette's got 6 jobs, I think.
Islanders, Carolina,
Philly,
Philadelphia, Nashville, Washington,
Rangers,
New York, LA. 7
jobs. I mean, he's almost coached a quarter of the teams in the league.
I feel like I'm forgetting one.
They all just get back and over and over. Baseball was guilty of that in the 80s and 90s, the same thing.
Islanders, Hurricanes, Flyers, Preds, Capitals. Yeah, 7.
They would just never look if trying to break in to be a coach or a manager or a hockey coach is nearly impossible. Vegas hired.
He's been an NHL head coach off and on for 25 years. Peter Laviolette. 2001 is when he got hired on the island.
Good for him.
And then 25 years later, he's now with the Kings.
Vegas hired their AHL coach, or who would they hire?
Yeah. Did they make that official? I guess so.
I thought there was. Where's Elliot Friedman? He knows.
Thursdays at 5 with DVD. Ryan Craig. Yeah, he was their AHL coach.
Okay, good. I'm glad he got a shot.
Yep.
And not hire another hockey coach who's been with 3 or 4 different teams. So good for that young man.
Yep. So Babcock's a retread. Laviolette's a retread. Who else has gotten hired? I don't even know what jobs are.
Does it Toronto still have an opening?
No, they hired someone. Who'd they hire? They hired Jim Hiller.
Oh, drive the happy face truck today. Good for them. North of the border.
But I think he was with I think he was with the Kings. He's been around.
They just keep hiring. Yeah, so good for the guy who got hired by Vegas, man.
Yep.
Young man, first major coaching in the NHL. Good for him. Yeah, need more of that.
He earned it. That's for sure. We'll have more coming up next. We'll get back to our question of the day and all of that good stuff. It's Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, hour number 3, 102.5 The Game. Hope you're having a great day so far.
Got a little bit of traffic breaking news for you right now. Water main break in Davidson County. Lanes closed at Elm Hill and Donaldson Pike. So this will impact my afternoon travels, so get it fixed. 24-inch water main break causes closures near Donaldson Pike, Elm Hill Pike and Donaldson Pike. It'll take a while to get that cleaned up right there. It's the perils of living in the big city, Chase.
It sure is.
Doesn't happen in Rayon City.
Big town is what we're in now.
It is.
So watch out for that. So more on the NHL, looking at Houston or Austin. Andy Strickland says, sounds like the NHL will be expanding to just one city, Houston likely, with Austin a possibility as early as 28-29 season, with another possible expansion team joining the league a few years later. The Friedkin family, amongst the largest Toyota private distributors in the world, are considered very serious buyers. So,
all right. Well,
I mean, Houston's got an arena, so
they do.
That's I think that'd be a good market for them.
Sure, but I don't like odd number of teams in the league.
Well, I don't either, but I mean it'd be just like Vegas and Seattle. Vegas came in, and then a few years later Seattle came in. So
they have to will they expand up into Canada? I mean,
maybe. But where?
What about in the US?
I would say, I mean, Houston is a great market. I know Atlanta has been. They don't need a third shot, but they've been in the mix. I think Kansas City's an interesting market.
Yeah. They're about to lose their team.
Yeah. And they got an arena. See, that's the other thing too. Like, if you're a city that already has the building,
right?
I mean, 2 years you can be playing. So I mean, you can do this pretty quick.
You know what I said? Everybody laughed at me, but like Fargo.
Yeah.
Fargo would sell
But like
out
Salt Lake City
every
was a
game.
smart move.
Yeah.
No offense to Phoenix, Arizona.
Why not?
But it hadn't worked for over a decade.
They don't deserve anything.
And they had been dragging it on and on and on and on. So it was time for the Coyotes to leave. And I think moving to Salt Lake was a smart move.
It is.
So I think it's a good market.
It's a terrible sports town, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Terrible.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, get out of there.
Like, I think they hung on too long
Mm-hmm.
in Phoenix. Now, I'm grateful that the NHL feels that way, because otherwise the Predators would be in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So, that said, like, I get trying to give it a chance, but
what was the what was the guy's name to try to get him to Canada? I don't say it.
Starts with a B, right?
Yeah, and I was going to say something that was not radio approval.
I just remember when George, Willie, and Darren did an interview with the attorney or something, and like you could just hear him like out of breath, and he was on like the Stairmaster doing the interview.
Balsillie?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. That was it.
Okay. I thought that was right. I'm like, that's not right. That's very derogatory, and you'll get fired for saying that name. Balsillie. Okay. Yeah. And he owned what did he own? Gosh, what was that?
BlackBerry.
Yeah.
He was like the president of BlackBerry or something.
Look at you, buddy. Remembering that stuff. And remember Bredesen had the sign, "Keep your damn hands off my team."
Well, remember who made that sign?
Was that George?
Gover made that sign.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Gover. Gover handed it to Bredesen.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, you did.
I had no idea. I swear to God, I did not know.
No, it was Jeremy Govers.
I thought Plaster did that.
Well, Plaster had the rally, like led the rally and put that on. But
now everybody, hold on. Now get your muskets and your gunpowder. We're going to take back this city down there right now. Now hold on.
And look, I'll admit that I'm in the group that, didn't really. I went to one game. I didn't know much hockey.
Right.
And then when all that happened, it got my attention, and I became a fan.
Was it Matthew Lombardo? Was that the big free agent that the
Lombardi?
Was it Lombardi?
Yeah.
Lombardo.
He played 2 games, got a concussion.
Gone, yeah. But he was like here when all that was going down.
That was right after.
Right out. Okay.
Yeah,
After. Okay.
because they had signed him. So remember 06-07, Leopold basically was like, we're going for it. And then that's it. Like, because all I've done is lose money. I want to go win the cup. They had a team that was really, really good. So he gave David the go ahead, and David made the trade for Peter Forsberg, and they had signed Korea. You had Scott Hartnell. I mean, Shea Weber, Kimmo Timonen, JP Dumont. I think Jason Arnott was on the team too.
Pretty good team.
So they were ready to go. Steve Sullivan, and then they get hurt. Like everybody got hurt. And so they get beat in the first round by San Jose. And then it was that summer that he says, sell off everything because I'm selling the team.
Okay.
So David sells off everything, like Arnott, Timonen, Vokun,
yes.
all those guys. And they come back in 07-08. This is when I really kind of got into it, because you had a young Rattleoff, you still had Dumont, you still had Arnott, and you had these just no-name guys that were Barry Trotz dudes, and they made the playoffs. Lost to Detroit. Like Greg Zanin and like Greg DeVries and
Zidlicki on that team.
Yeah. No, I think they traded him. Or he was still there. And then Radek Bonk, Scotty Nickel is on the team. I mean, so you had these dudes that like just like, okay, watch us.
Who was the guy? You just said his name, Greg Zanin.
Zanin, yeah.
I loved walking the locker room. He had bruises where he took every shot because he'd throw himself in front of the puck. Every puck. And that was like his game. I was like, man, that's awesome. Look at this bruise here on my shoulder. Look at this bruise here on my back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to look at those bruises, man. It was a hell of a team. He was a hell of a guy to play. But that was fun back then. But had they gone and then up to Hamilton, Toronto and played, but that would have never gone through, right? Didn't Ball Silly owe money or something? Something happened.
Yeah. And the local group, came together and was like, nah, we want to buy the team. And the NHL didn't want the team to move. So
right. How bad of a look would that been had the Preds only 10 years in lost their team? How bad of a look for the city would it have been?
It'd have been bad.
Yeah.
But I think what happened was it woke up both sides, meaning the organization and the city, that the city got behind it.
Right.
You had the new ownership group came in, brought in people like Sean Henry to run things, and it started the process to now getting to where it is, where it's one of the best organizations in the league.
Crazy, man.
But it was kind of like both sides needed a wake-up call of, and I do wonder, I've always wondered, and I think I know the answer. Did it hurt the Predators coming in as the same time as the NFL team? And I would say the answer is probably yes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you had the NFL that was the big dog. And, it's kind of like, oh, wait, I know it. I know this. So I'm going to go over here because I know. And that was like me as a kid. Like, I knew football. I didn't know hockey.
But I'm going to tell you something. How bad the crowds were at Vanderbilt in 98.
Yeah.
I was not sure what happened in 99. Never crossed. I didn't think it would happen. I think it would be that way. When you're barely selling out. Well, you're not. Some games you weren't selling out Vanderbilt at all, because the home teams were taking up, the visiting teams were. I was like, man, it's going to be something. And then,
but
on board, changing the name, changing the name might have saved everything around here,
because
it became Nashville's team. Then
I've told you this. Like, I went to the last game as the Oilers. I was still more of a Cowboys fan those first 2 years because it didn't feel like my team.
Right.
Even though they were based here, they were playing in Memphis, and then they were playing at Vanderbilt.
Right.
And like, I understood they were building the stadium and all of that, but it was like, oh, they're the Oilers. Like, that's not my team. And then when they became the Titans, like, oh wait, that's my team. That's Nashville.
It seemed like Bud cared.
Yeah.
Right. So here's this guy, because people were telling me from Houston, we hate him, get him out of here. We can't stand him. Like, why does Nashville want this guy? And then he came here in 97 in Memphis. The games were terrible. There was no crowd there. And I get it. 98 at Vanderbilt still wasn't any better. And then 99 just exploded. But I think changing the team name, getting rid of that, making it the Titans, the new uniforms is like, all right, we're all doing this together. Let's go.
The same thing kind of happened with the Preds when they went through the whole ownership change. It was like, you know what? This is I was older, but I was in college and a couple of buddies were like, hey, we're going to go to the Preds game. It's $10 tickets. You want to go? I'm like, sure. And it was a blast and they made it fun. And I didn't know jack about hockey, but I learned, and obviously it worked out pretty well for me in my career,
man.
But I think a lot of people did that because a lot of people looked at it as, hey, you know what? This is a part of our city, so I need to support this. And there were some people that were like, it's not for me, just like soccer. But there's a huge contingent that loves soccer, and so they support SC. And just like you had the group that supported Preds and all of that. So it's crazy to think about that could have happened. Like Aaron on our text line says, if the Preds had left, what would downtown look like? I'm convinced the Preds being downtown have been huge for the downtown explosion. Absolutely. Because the Titans were on the other side of the river. Like if that arena was going to be there no matter what.
Right.
But if it didn't have a major tenant and doing stuff almost every night, I don't think Broadway is what it is.
Well, for me, I love football, but I was like, all right, this Preds thing is really cool. So I became into this Preds world because like this is brand new for me and I loved it. So I immediately became a huge fan. I even bought season tickets for the Preds because I became that like this is really cool and different. So
but you know what drew me in first, and this is why they were smart. Like I remember going for $10 tickets and cheap beer as a college kid. And then like one of the first few games I'm there, like, wait, they got a band that plays intermission?
Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool. And then Vince Gill walks out. I'm like, what? And so it was kind of like the Nashville part of it.
Yeah.
Of having that. And then, I mean, I'll even give Paul McCann a ton of credit, the PA announcer, because he was entertaining. He still is. But he's kind of he's told this before of like he's from Philadelphia, so a little over the top, that's kind of his style, but it's entertaining, and so I think just all the little things that kind of drew you in, and then by the way, there's a hockey game going on.
Well,
and you learned that as well.
And I think the Preds did this really well for this. They embraced all those bloggers.
Yep.
They embraced all.
They sure did.
So I'm reading about hockey from like 19 different, well-informed, educated sort like Gover and Porth. And
well, look, it opened the doors for guys like Gover and Porth and Robbie and
what's the guy that
Justin Bradford and
Buddy Oaks
and Jim Diamond
and the female that was with Buddy and Ryan. She's a professor in Canada. Brilliant, very smart lady. Amanda.
Yep.
Brilliant. I mean, and I'm like, oh,
no,
I didn't know this.
That is a fantastic point because, you had some media that was going.
We didn't know.
But like they embraced it and learned it and then taught it to all of us. Yeah. And then the other thing too is Pete and Terry. If you didn't have Pete and Terry, like, I don't know if it turns out the way it does.
You're right. I remember on the Sunday sports shows, I'd have Gover and Bradford and whoever would come, Robbie, Stanley, would come on just to explain things were happening. So I'm learning when everybody else is learning as well. I thought that was really smart on that. It was a league-wide narrative or the Preds narrative, but it helped explain the game of hockey really well, really quickly to a lot of people.
So a little sidebar. We kind of went down that rabbit hole, but we'll have more coming up next, including your chance to win Cats tickets. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show. Rider 102.5, The Game, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Our question of the day, based off of Pekka Rinne getting to the Hockey Hall of Fame. A lot of people weighed in like he is their favorite athlete, and I was like, who is your first favorite athlete? That's been our question there. We got a ton of response. 615-737-1025. Who was the first athlete you fell in love with? Like, that's your guy or girl, whoever it was, male or female, doesn't matter. Who was your first favorite athlete? And mine was Jack Lambert from the Steelers, because you all grew up in the 70s. You'd get the highlights on Monday Night Football, highlights on Sunday, as much as they could give to, which wasn't a lot. But then you'd see highlight of Jack Lambert, no teeth, just knocking the crap out of people. I was like that. So that was mine. Dr. Crane, your first favorite athlete is?
Albert Pujols, first baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals, even though he played for the Los Angeles Angels and Dodgers, but always will be known.
Did he
as
play for the Dodgers?
He did.
I did not
for
know
like
that.
one season, where his batting average was like 170.
Oh, man. 615-737-1025. 615-737-1025. Who is your first favorite athlete? Patrick says, growing up in upstate New York, it was LT. Since I was a Giants fan, he started when I was young. He was number one to me. Always my first favorite athlete. So, yeah, thank you for weighing on that. First favorite athlete. Now, some will come back and say, I got friends who love Brady, right? Because he wins. It's always the winners and all. And I get all that. But it's just, there's got to be a reason. Like, Howie Long is my favorite athlete. Not my first, my favorite, because I wanted to be Howie Long. I had the same football number, played the same position. Everything I did was Howie Long. I was nowhere near Howie Long. But I had the neck roll. Howie Long was my guy. And the backstory from Villanova, he grew up and a hard edge kind of guy, not a lot of training for football. And, he's middle class, blue collar dude, man. He was my guy. That's my guy. Now, do you have a favorite athlete?
No.
You're one of those Italian soccer dudes you love.
It could be Andrea Pirlo. That's probably, I would go Andrea Pirlo. That's why a lot of my numbers are 21 or 23 or whatever, around the middle, early 20s. But I'd say a player going to the football realm of it all. You mentioned, Howie Long. For me, Matt Forte. It was the same position that I played in high school and junior
Interesting.
high. I love the aspect of just ground and pound running the football.
Right.
Another one was Darren Sproles. It just because he was short, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're Darren Sproles, whatever. No.
Yeah.
But we wore the same football number.
43?
43. All throughout high school, had the opportunity to change my number. I said, no, I'm going to stick with it. Because I actually took a lot of pride in that number. And this was a state champion way back in the Father Ryan days of like 2010, 2009, 2008. Yeah. Chris Agnew, he was like a state championship wrestler. Fantastic player. Inside linebacker. Pat Simpson was the inside linebackers coach at the time. And so they gave me this number. I was like, that's kind of cool. We both were kind of, short, stocky. I was no state championship wrestler. Let me say that straight up.
Well, you know that.
Yeah. But no, it was just cool. It's the fact that I stuck around and just kept that number.
Adam says Cliff Ronning was a former Nashville Predator, was his first favorite athlete. Tony Gwynn, 9300. Tony Gwynn's grandparents lived in Gallatin. And Tony Gwynn had an interview he passed away like 12 years ago, that he would love to spend summers with his grandparents in Gallatin because they would fatten him up. I thought that was really cool. There's always a Nashville connection. So thank you for that. 1739 says, I was born in 79, 85 Bears, all the Super Bowl shuffle. So you fell in love with a team, which is good. But I'm guarantee you, 1739, you fell in love with Refrigerator Perry. Because I'm telling you, we had not seen anything like that in football. A guy that's 6'1", 320 pounds, that fast, that quick, and he's scoring touchdowns on the greatest defense of all time. The Packers game on Monday Night Football, when he scored a touchdown, we all went crazy. We all like, who is this guy? Number 72, missing teeth in the middle, big old teddy bear, badass player. So Refrigerator Perry was that guy. 2758 says the Wizard of Oz.
Shortstop Ozzie Smith.
And then, there was then Barry Sanders. Thanks, 2758. Remember what Ozzie Smith, how he would come on the field? Do you remember?
Backflip, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they tried to get him to stop. And he said, I'll stop. And he kept doing it.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid they're really going to blow his knee out or something. He did the backflip. It's also easier on turf.
It's very true.
But Ozzie Smith was a bad dude. I mean that in a good way. I mean, there's like no ball ever got past him at shortstop.
Incredible. And he still does, like, during spring training, he goes and, does those little walk and talk chats with, like, Mason Wynn or any other
that's
middle
great.
infielders, and tells them, like, this is how I field the ball back in the day. And I thought it's kind of cool. Kind of takes you a blast from the past.
You'll like this one. 8566 says, my first favorite athlete, Patrick Willis. Watched him beat the crap out of me and my high school football team. He played running back as well and followed his entire career in the National Football League. Yeah, that's a different perspective of seeing a guy who actually is running over you. Like, this guy's got something.
Yeah, like when Ty Chandler just stiff-armed for 64 yards. Yep, I do recall that. The only game he played as a freshman for JV, and it was against Father Ryan. And I think he played JV and varsity that year, just for that one game. It was on a Thursday, and he just stiff-armed the crap out of me. It was on his side of the field and 64 yards to the house.
So he put number 43 on his ass.
Well, he put the face of 43 into the ground. And yeah.
I get it, man. I've been there. DJ says, my first favorite athlete was Allen Iverson. Remember growing up trying to do his reverse layup. Iverson is a very underrated first favorite athlete. Hell of a football player. And then, I mean, he's tiny. I mean, he is tiny. He's not even, I don't know if he's even 6 feet tall, and do that in the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, look, you could say Nate Robinson too. I mean, that's another short guy that was 5'5", if I'm not mistaken, and was dunking the ball on a 10-foot rim.
Who is Nate? How do I not know this guy?
Nate Robinson. He played for a bunch of teams, played for the Nuggets, the Knicks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It was a very short stack type guy.
Like a Spud Webb.
Yeah.
Spud Webb would have been your idol.
Thanks.
What are you thinking of me for? You're welcome.
Just because, short people unite.
Right? He's great, man. 5'7" could dunk that way. We'd never seen that. I mean, won the dunk contest. I mentioned Spud Webb, and people, that's been 35 years now. People were like, hell, you weren't even born. Spud Webb.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Spud Webb. It's like, so there's guys that were larger than life despite their short stature. Nobody cared. Can you play? Can you dunk? Can you do this? Darren Sproles. I'm leaving somebody else that was a short running back in the league. I forget who it was. Darren Sproles out of Kansas State, 43. Spud Webb doing his thing. Joy from Gallatin says, was Deuce McAllister will always be my favorite athlete. He was a tough-nosed running back for the Saints. A great pick of him was after losing his helmet, he continued running for the first down. Yes, that's right. That didn't happen a lot in today's National Football League. Guys, when the helmet comes off because they blow the whistle.
Right.
So
safety precaution.
I get it, yeah. But I'm telling you, when I played and a dude lost his helmet, evil. We would try to hit him in the helmet. We all did. That's how you played, man.
There were a few highlights way back in the day for Tampa Bay. That is Mike Allstott, like fullback, hybrid running back.
Yes.
Where the helmet would pop off and still run.
So let me ask you this.
Sure.
All right. If you're running the ball and I spear you, that's a penalty. Why isn't it a penalty if you're the running back and you spear me? They never call that.
It's a good question.
They should call it.
They should.
I'm glad they don't call it, but they should call it. All right, we'll take another break. Come back. Our question of the day, your first favorite athlete based off of Pekka Rinne getting to the Hockey Hall of Fame yesterday. 615-737-1025. This is the Chasing Big Joe Show right here on 102.5 The Game.
Chase it. Chase him. Chase. I can't hear myself.
We hear you just fine, buddy.
Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on.
What happened, pal?
I don't know.
Oh no,
I think we're good now.
we got you, buddy. We hear you.
It was weird. I could hear the music, couldn't hear myself.
Are you are you at home?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We couldn't see you there for a minute.
I am here. I'm just.
You're here, but you're here.
I'm gonna take a deep breath. Anyway,
so we're doing our question of the day. First favorite athlete that you fell in love with, not one that you like now, but your first favorite athlete. That's our question. 615-737-1025. 0123 says George Blanda.
Oh, that's a good one. Former Oiler.
So I'm curious. 01. My dad was in the Army with his brother. Now that's very cool. George Blanda from the Oakland Raiders, first and favorite. That's nice. There's a little connection there. You know, Greg Pogue's father was in the was it the Army Air Force? I wouldn't call the Air Force back then. The Army Air something with Ted Williams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's cool. 615-737-1025. Mine is Emmett Smith. Jeff wants to weigh in on our question of the day. Jeff, what you got?
Hey, Big Joe. Sure love your show. I'm so glad to hear you back on the radio.
Thank you.
And I love this question. I'm not a big baseball fan like you, but I'm not like you're not. But Ricky Henderson, when I was a kid, very small, I just always thought it was so incredible to watch him steal bases. And I love any athlete that succeeds because they just work extra hard. And that was him. I mean, he was just a fascinating person to watch, and was in what an incredible career. I mean, to be doing what he did for as long as he did it, I think was pretty insane and wonderful, and also seems like a really good guy too.
Well, not only that, don't hang up. Not only that, but when they know you're going to do something and you still do it.
Yes, sir. Like being the number one contender in anything, everybody wants you, and they were all going to bring their very best. So to continue to do that, I think that's an incredible point. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Just a neat guy, man.
Yeah. Thanks for the kind words, brother. Appreciate you.
You guys take care.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm Chase. Let's go to Ray now, who wants to weigh in. Ray, what's up?
Good afternoon, fellas. I just want to weigh in. When I was a young boy learning to play baseball, and Babe Ruth, Civitan, I was a third baseman. And I didn't really watch a lot of baseball, but my dad was a baseball coach, so that's why I became a baseball player. But I had to find, as a third baseman, somebody that I could watch and emulate. And back then, I happened to be watching a Red Sox game, and I saw this guy, Wade Boggs, go like 4 for 4 with like 3 or 4 RBIs. And he batted left-handed like I did. I was a left-handed batter.
Yeah.
So my favorite athlete, my first favorite athlete was Wade Boggs. I went on to be a Red Sox fan, still am today. And then I watched Wade Boggs go play for the vaunted Yankees.
Yeah.
The rival. I'm like, how could you do that? Oh,
right.
my gosh.
And
I loved him anyway.
Didn't he end his career with Tampa Bay?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
That's a good guy to emulate, man. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate it.
And doesn't he's eating chicken, like every meal's chicken, like for the last 40 years, something crazy.
That is Boggs.
Wade Boggs.
Yeah. That is crazy. This is a good question. I like when these questions blow up. So let's see. We had one for Patrick Willis. Did you read that?
Yes. Yep.
Nice. Because you just see the different generations.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Cool.
But again, first favorite, because I told when you were gone, I told Dr. Crane, like Howie Long is my favorite athlete. I wanted to be Howie Long in everything that I did. But my first was Jack Lambert. He just resonated with me because he had no teeth and he would just knock your head off. I was like, that is awesome. That's who I wanted to be. And then it changes as you get older, which is fine.
It does. So who's your do you have a favorite athlete now?
Or
is it it's different now?
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, if I think about it for a little bit,
I've kind of gotten into when I get older than all the current athletes, like it's hard for me to have a favorite. I look at it different, I guess. I look at like Derrick Henry. I had a hell of and I still do a lot of respect for. Right? I think he's just awesome.
This sounds odd because I'm I think he was a baby, but now he's grown up, is Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he totally dominates the guy in front of him. And I find that mesmerizing and fascinating when you could take a guy like Reggie White would destroy people. Jeff Simmons is getting close to that level. One-on-one battle, you're not beating him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like that in Jeffrey Simmons. I just wish they had 10 more of them on the team.
Our GM, Sean Fort, texted his in, and you will love this
Herschel
more than
Walker.
anything. Nope.
Is George a guy?
Professionally.
Oh, I don't know.
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dale Murphy. Murph.
Got an argument this weekend with a guy about Murphy. He's like, well, he shouldn't be in there. And I'm like, you know who shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame? Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Pete Rose should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
Dale Murphy deserves to be in there. Yeah. Pete Rose should never be allowed in the Hall of Fame. That's a show for another day.
So here's the funny thing. And I know we got to go to the break, but you mentioned Murphy. There's people, and I will admit, I said this yesterday, like I was a little surprised that Pekka Rinne was going in. I knew there was an argument for it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it would happen this quick. So I talked to some people, and then I did a deep dive, and I know numbers don't tell the whole story, but his numbers are actually they're pretty on par with Hall of Fame numbers, more than you think they are.
Right.
So it's I mean, I think he's like 22nd.
But who
wins.
determines those numbers? Do you compare him with who everybody's in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. I mean, and if you look at some of his metrics compared to Hall of Famers, I mean, it's there. So
I've got no argument. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, look, I'm not, but for the people that want to go kind of look at it, like you might go, oh yeah. Like, because I think it's one of those things that I lived it so much that I didn't realize, like I knew he was great, but like not to, because I was just there and like just watching it. Like, so it wasn't to that.
My counter for things like that is like, all right, why isn't Timmy Chang in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
He threw for a bazillion yards at Hawaii. Pekka Rinne absolutely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame and on like that. So to me, the numbers are specific to the era. Dale Murphy's the only two-time back-to-back Hall of Fame MVP. I mean, back-to-back MVP, not in the Hall of Fame. And his numbers are very deserving for the time that he played.
Before we get to birthdays and what day is it? Caller number 4 at 615-737-1025 will win a family 4-pack of tickets to see the Cats take on the Renegades at F&M Bank Arena this Saturday up in Clarksville. Going to be an awesome game as the Cats just beat Albany, but we got a 4-pack of tickets to see the Renegades. 615-737-1025. Caller number 4 will be the winner. Celebrity birthdays and what day is it coming up next? 1025 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday. We got a winner for the Cats tickets. Who was our lucky winner?
Good old Jeff.
Jeff. All right, congrats to Jeff. And you can go check out the Cats and the Renegades coming up this Saturday at F&M Bank Arena. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss that one, but you and Jake Lyman, Big Joe, will be doing the call for Home Team Network. So
looking forward to it on Saturday.
Wait, Saturday?
Yes. So that'll be awesome. With that, let's get to what day is it in celebrity birthdays.
All right. First on us, we have United Nations Public Service Day, Typewriter Day, SAT Math Day. It's about that time to start studying for that stuff. Runner's Selfie Day.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sorry. Runner's Selfie Day is today. Pink Flamingo Day, followed up with National Pink Day. There you go. National Pecan Sandies Day. There you go. International Windows Day. Interesting.
Like Windows, like the operating system?
No, just it has a hand with somebody like it's screeching down the window, like almost like save me. I don't know. Let It Go Day is today. That's kind of how I feel sometimes.
You've been watching Cape Fear, like
I mean,
or something else.
No. National Hydration Day is today. You could pair that with a nice
with
Detroit,
the window.
No, with the Detroit style pizza, because that's what today is as well. So that's all I got.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Got to get these within 2 years of the actual birthday. Or how old they are. Chase, you go first. How old is golfer Colin Montgomery, who looks a lot like Greg Pogue?
67.
64. I need to make a adjustment real quick. It wasn't Windows, it's Widow. I couldn't see. I apologize. I'm sorry. So for the widows, I apologize.
How old's Colin Montgomery?
64.
He's 63. I shouldn't give you a point, but I'll give you one.
Good
one.
Lord.
Dr. Crane, how old is former Green Bay Super Bowl winning receiver Robert Brooks?
58.
57.
56. Tied 1-1. Chase, how old is Felix Potvin?
59.
60.
55. Dr. Crane, how old is LaDainian Tomlinson?
LT is 49.
LT 48.
47. Makes me feel low. 2-1. Chaser, how old is from American Idol Randy Jackson?
70.
62.
70 exactly. Dr. Crane, how old is Frances McDormand, Oscar-winning actress?
70.
67.
69. It's 4-2. Nice. Chase, how old is Jason Mraz?
44.
37.
49. Dr. Crane, how old is Selma Blair?
80.
52.
54. Chase up 5-2. Chase, how old is Gary Ewing? Ted Shackelford from Knott's Landing?
71.
73.
80. Dr. Crane, how old is actor Brian Brown from the Thornbirds? He was he in Cocktail? I think he was. Brian Brown.
67.
74.
79. Chaser, Steve Shelley, the drummer for Sonic Youth.
Gonna go with 54.
58.
64. Dr. Crane, singer Chico DeBarge.
77.
78.
56. And Chase, singer Duffy.
I don't know who that is, but
So she's a singer by the name of Duffy.
33.
38.
42. And that's it. June 23rd is a really bad day for birthdays. Chase wins 5-2. Dr. Crane, this is the last time you get to battle him until next Monday. So
that is right.
That's right. Happy early birthday to you, Chase.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
that is right, man.
Thursday.
The big 3-9.
That's right. We're on the farewell to the 30s tour.
Who cares?
Nah, it'll be fine.
I was glad to get out of the 30s. I was such a disaster in my 30s. I was like, let's go to the 40s. And that wasn't much better, but still.
I've had a lot of good things happen in my 30s, so, It's been good. We'll have fun with it. That is going to do it for us here today. DVD coming your way next.
Hey, as we celebrate Chase's birthday and other birthdays and everything out there, we want to celebrate you, to our guys out there. If you are struggling, you're having a tough day, you feel like that dark cloud's always around you. You heard our ads earlier for unitycares.com. Reach out, talk to somebody, get that off your chest, feel so much better. But just know how wonderful you are, how great you're doing. There's people in this world, when they think about you, they smile. That's the kind of great impact you had. Know how much you're loved and valued, and know this more than anything else in the world. Know how much God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming your way next. 102.5 The Game.